The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is of rare quality that we do not see much in gaming today, and it is one of the best games of this generation. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has some of the greatest graphics I've ever seen in gaming to date, and I'm not just talking about the Switch. This game is on par with games that will be on the PS4 Pro, Xbox One X, or anything like that. This game, even though it's in 900p docks and 720p on the handheld screen, looks absolutely beautiful on both modes. Some of the standout bits include coming out of the Great Plateau at the start of the game, and other things like the shrines don't look so good. They look a bit basic as they all look the same, but nonetheless the graphics are absolutely beautiful. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild's gameplay strongly focuses on its survival elements. The weapons do not have much durability, which not a lot of critics liked, but it causes you to use the environment to your advantage, like pushing boulders on entire camps of enemies and stuff like that. So I actually think this durability element adds a lot to the game and makes you think more tactically than you usually would in your average Zelda game. Breath of the Wild has an absolutely fantastic story. It focuses on an event that happened 100 years before the game, where this new foe called Calamity Ganon destroyed Hyrule, and you get put into cryo sleep. This is the first game in the Zelda series to have voice acting, and I've got to say, it's a bit shoddy in places, but it does add to the story and stops you from having to read those annoying 500 paragraph bits of dialogue. But Ganon takes control of the divine beasts, which are these 4 amazing foes hidden throughout Hyrule, and you are tasked with defeating them and absorbing their power. It's absolutely amazing, these huge boss fights with a massive scale that reminds me a bit of Shadow of the Colossus, and then you get these awesome powers at the end which can help you in your fight against Calamity Ganon. If you want, you can go straight to the final boss fight and fight Ganon at the start, but it's not exactly recommended. The open world in Breath of the Wild is one of the best I've ever seen in any game of all time. It's huge, it's beautiful, it has varied locations, and the types of enemies you will encounter throughout your journey will really give you a unique experience like no other in the Zelda franchise. So in conclusion, this is one of the greatest games I personally have ever played, and I can't recommend it enough. So I've got to follow the critics and give this game a 10 out of 10. It is practically flawless, and it is, in fact, probably my favourite game in the entire Zelda franchise. And yes, I played through both Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. I will definitely be recommending this game to any fans of RPG games or open world games alike. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.